What's going on, everybody? This is Al from NCAA 06 Revival, and I have decided to start a new dynasty. I think I completed everything I wanted to accomplish in my coach dynasty with SMU, with Washington State, and I want to try some new things. And this new dynasty is going to show a lot of that new stuff that not only that I'm excited about in terms of scheme-wise, but also in terms of things that you haven't seen me ran fully. So I have decided to start a dynasty with an FCS school. And you probably have already noticed by the video thumbnail when you clicked on the video. But we are going to go with, we're going to start a new dynasty. We're going to go to add 1AA/created schools. And we are going to pick, where do we go? Let's see. Who do I pick? We are going to go with Furman. The Furman Paladins. There are several reasons why I'm picking them. We're going to look at the roster here in a little bit, and I'll show you why. We'll click Furman. We are going to replace. Now, here's my strategy with this. I could easily put them in a smaller conference geographically. Like, Furman is in South Carolina. I wanted to go back to the South and run a dynasty. And I easily could put this team in the Sun Belt, but I don't want to do that because I want to treat this as a long-term build. I want to see if I can turn this team into an absolute powerhouse. It's going to take me 7-8 years to get there, but I think I can get there. Now, I don't want to get stuck in a smaller conference. I have no control over if I get invited or not to a bigger conference. So the best way around that is to obviously put them as an independent. Now, I could pick any of these four. A lot of people tend to go by replacing Temple. I've already done that with Yale in the Yale Dynasty. I want to replace Notre Dame for two reasons. One, I hate Notre Dame. And two, they have a lot less lower discipline bar. Now, I'm going to start out with a really hard schedule, but since you control all 11 to 12 games on your schedule, I can make it as hard or as soft as I want. So I'm not worried about the initial schedule, and we'll look at that here in a little bit. So I'm going to replace Notre Dame. No offense to all you domers out there, but I can't stand them, and I wish them all the best in the FBS or FCS level. Okay, let's go back, and then we're going to select Furman. I want to edit the coach. Let's put in my stuff here. Go to last name. Nothing is going to change here. I'm a blonde. Let's see. There we go. Hairstyle. You know what we got to go with? We have to go with the mullet. I'm a young. We'll go young one. I don't wear glasses. And we'll go there. I got to go with the mullet. There's no way around it. Okay. I'm at a 1A independent. So we're going to begin the dynasty. And then we're going to go straight into why I selected Furman. There are several reasons. First of all, like I said, I wanted to start a dynasty back in the South. It's been many years since I've done a dynasty in the South. I guess it was my UCF dynasty. It was the last time I was down here running a dynasty with somebody. So they're in South Carolina. That gives me the option of one day possibly, since I'm an independent, I'm going to stay an independent until maybe I'll get lucky and get invited to the SEC or the ACC. And the reason why I bring that up is it's still possible I may never get invited, but the possibility is still there. And if it's not a big deal. I can still control my schedule and make it very hard. And that's all that really matters down the road. So I'm leaving myself the opportunity to still compete for a national title, even though I may never get invited to a bigger conference. Okay. Second reason, I love their uniforms. I said it in my last post on the controlling an FCS team. Pick a team that you just like their uniforms. We can show you here. These are just sweet, pretty looking uniforms. The white and purple, it almost looks like Indianapolis Colts. But anytime you got the white pants, white helmet with a colored jersey, I think that's just a nice, simple, clean look. I guess I'm biased because I'm a Tennessee fan. That's kind of like ours. But I just love the way their home uniforms are. And their white uniforms, they're just like Tennessee. They're stormtrooper uniforms. It's all white. I love it. Looks really slick. Okay? Second reason, the offense we're going to run is the I option. I've gone through for the last several days, and this is the reason why I haven't posted anything in a couple days, is I've been going back and forth on a lot of these decisions. And somebody on YouTube made a good, interesting comment that resonated with me within the last hour or so of starting this video. And that is, he was curious. He was wanting to see me pick an offense that was offensive line reliant. That's always the weakness for most bad teams. They just don't have good enough offensive lines to do what they want to do. But I wanted to pick an offense that was offensive line heavy. So I'm going to go with the I option. The other reason I want to go with the I option is because of it's one of my books. I mean, I've written 6 of them, and I think I've only shown off one of those offenses in a Dynasty. I almost feel like I kind of need to start promoting the books a little bit. You know, I mean, I've done some of the Al Raid stuff, but in terms of like a P.A. Reed heavy offense, the Pro Dog, run and shoot, I've done that for 1 year, but not a full-blown season upon season upon season offense demonstrating a particular offense. And I think the I option hits 2 birds with 1 stone. 1, you need good offensive line to really make it work. And 2, it's one of my books. So hopefully I can really show off how awesome this offense is. It's about as close to an offense as you could get in '06 to run it to a T. The way Tom Osborne wanted to run it back in the Nebraska days. And another thing is, these uniforms are exactly like Nebraska's, except we are the color purple. So that's just another reason. Okay, and 2, here's the other reason why I'm selecting Furman. For 1, they do not have by far the best talent amongst all the FCS schools, but they have enough kind of what I need on both sides of the ball. As you can tell, their best player's a quarterback. He's got 82 speed. If he gets injured, we don't have much behind him, as you can tell here. So if he gets injured, you're going to see me and see how I adjust to an offense with a quarterback that can't run the ball. Okay, but they got a sophomore halfback that's a really good ball player too. But that's it in terms of athletes, in terms of skill position players that can make a difference. And as you look at their offensive line, 44 at the tackles, 56-52 at the guards, and 52 at center. That's terrible. So this is a true rebuild. Okay. Another reason why I selected Furman, and we can go back to this, if you go back and look at the top 6 players, you'll notice a couple linebackers are 2 of their top players. I mean, even their number 2 guy is 65 overall, and that's not saying a whole lot. My defense that I'm going to run is the 4-4 defense. I did not think that the 4-4 was a default defense that you could select, and we'll look at that here in the coach options. But you can run the 4-4 as your default defense. And I'm really excited about that because if you go on the website and you look at the 4-4 defensive plays, there's a lot of good stuff that I enjoy using. And I'm curious to see how I can handle stopping passing attacks with a 4-4 defense. So this defense is going to be 4-4 all of the time. Sort of like the 4-2-5. This is just what you run. So I'm super excited about that. So having 2 linebackers that are halfway decent gives me a little bit of hope that I can at least enjoy myself at least somewhat with the 4-4 defense. Okay? So those are basically all the reasons why I'm selecting Furman. They don't have a big stadium, but I don't care about big stadiums. I kind of got over that when I took over Washington State. I won back-to-back national titles, and their stadium holds barely 40,000. So it's just whatever. And Furman's stadium is just like the vast majority of the AA schools. It's just, I think they got 20,000 or so. Again, it doesn't really matter. I love the uniforms. I love the roster. It fits pretty close to what I want to do, both offensive and defensively. And I'm super excited. Now, you can also look here at the roster. You look at towards the top. They got 53 total players. But look how many seniors we got. 23. So for the next 2 to 3 years, the off-season recruiting videos is going to be incredible in terms of how much fun it's going to be. It's going to be all out on recruiting for at least the first 3 years before I can get enough depth to where I can actually put some points into training and whatnot. So the off-season videos are going to be a lot of fun. Okay, let's go to coach options. Let's go to strategy. Balance run, I think, is what I'm going to go with. One thing, this is Playbook, so this doesn't really matter. We can go, I don't know. This is all simulation, so this doesn't matter what I select here. I'm going to click like Wisconsin. That's kind of somewhat close. Again, it doesn't matter. I've created my own playbook, and what you'll see here in a minute. If anybody ever bought the I option book, you kind of know what to expect. Okay, offensive type. Option run, we'll go with that because technically we're going to be running option. I think that's the best way to do that. Base defense, 44. Super excited about that. Coaching strategy. Again, this is all if you simulate games. We're not going to do that. But I'm going to put the numbers where I think they should be. We're going to go 60 run, 40 pass. We'll just put this at the 50% mark. And sub less, sub more. Again, this doesn't really matter, but it gives me a peace of mind knowing that I've at least put them in the spot. We're going to turn these off. Always turn these off. Do your own recruiting. Do not let the CPU handle it for you. We're going to go back to defense. And again, this is all simulation, so this doesn't really matter. So I'm going to just put 50 on all of these. That's close enough. Okay. Positions. We're a one-star school. It's going to take us forever to get there. Let's look at report card. Here's the one problem I didn't think about. Okay, good deal. It switched up. It says, have a winning season, receive a bowl bid. I don't know if it was going to give me Notre Dame's goals of, beat USC, win a national championship. Thankfully, it didn't happen. Okay. Now let's go to preseason options. We're going to go to custom schedules. Now, one note that I added to that blog post was, and a buddy of mine mentioned this, I think it's a good idea. When you're starting out with a really bad team, you need all the help you can get. So you initially have 11 games on the schedule. I think it's best you need to add a 12th. That gives you an extra chance to win. If you lose, it's not that big of a deal. You're just not going to gain points. Winning, you gain points. So you're giving yourself another chance to win a game. Right now, it's set up as 11 games. I have 2 open weeks, a 7 and week 10. Week 10 is what matters the most. Because very good chance I might have somebody coming in for an official visit for recruiting. So we're going to go here. Now, I'm going to keep it realistic. Furman technically has 5 rivals in this game, which is incredible. They have that many. But I'm only going to schedule one AA school or one FCS school per year, and I may rotate them out. Their biggest rival is Wofford, and I may just stick with Wofford only because they have the battle of, I forgot what it's called. I'm going to have to go back and look. Let me see where they're at. Right here. It's the battle of some type of necklace or something. I forgot. I could have got that one wrong. But anyway, we're going to do Wofford a week 10. Hopefully we'll have a lot of visitors come that weekend for a visit. So now the rest of this I got to change because, it's just too hard of a schedule for my liking with Furman. What I like to do, and I'm going to stick with this, whatever star prestige I am, that's how many top 25 teams I want to schedule. And we are a one-star school, so I want to schedule one top 25 team. Now, I want to play South Carolina or Clemson every year. One of the two. I may swap them out. I want to create rivalries between both. If I'm lucky enough and I get invited to the SEC or the ACC, I want to schedule the other team that's not in the conference. That way I could eventually be playing both. I don't think either one of them is ranked, to be honest. We could look here. South Carolina's not ranked. And I'm pretty sure Clemson isn't ranked. And they're not. My first game, I want the second game to be one of the two. So we can go here. We can go to Clemson. Or, let's go to Clemson. It's been a long time since I've played Clemson. If they're on here. They're not on there. Okay. Is South Carolina on here? South Carolina isn't on there. So let's go here. Let's go to Clemson. See if they're on here. Nope. I wanted to schedule Clemson more. I've played South Carolina plenty of times in the past dynasties. So let's just keep going until we find Clemson. Don't see Clemson there. Let's try here. Don't see Clemson there either. We're not going to do the bye week. We're going to do, let's see, week 8. This may take a while, the scheduling part. That's what you get when you get to schedule all of your games. Clemson's not on there either. Let's try week 9. There they are. Let's go week 9. We're going to go at Clemson. Okay? Doesn't make sense for them to come to us. Okay, and the rest of these, I'm going to try to keep it somewhat realistic, but I want to scatter these out throughout the rest of the conferences. I want to start off with a game I at least may have somewhat of a chance with. We can do... Ohio could be a good MAC school. We can have them come here. The next game could be a road game. Let's do a Pac-10 school. Let's see here. Arizona. Let's do Arizona at Arizona. That's fine. Let's do another home game. Let's go. I still can't imagine a really bad Power 5 school wanting to come here, but it's possible. Like we could, like down here, I won't mind. We got Clemson, so I'm not going to do another ACC team. I'm going to be recruiting in North Carolina, so I need to add a North Carolina school. I'm going to recruit Georgia, and I want to recruit Tennessee because Furman is not very far from where I'm from. So I want to scout Tennessee. I'm not going to schedule Tennessee, though. We could put Vanderbilt here. Is Vanderbilt on the list? No. So it looks like I need to schedule backwards. That's probably what I need to do. So let's go to Stanford. Let's do Stanford at Stanford instead of... Well, we may change Arizona later. Stanford's got a really cool stadium. So we'll leave it at that. Let's do a home game here. There's South Carolina. Syracuse could be my Big East team. NC State. I may go to NC State. Middle Tennessee State. That could be my Sun Belt team. Tennessee. That'll work. Let's do that. Let's do Middle Tennessee State at home. Let's do a road game here, or another home game, which is fine. I'm down to next to nothing. Here's another Tennessee school. Memphis. Army, Navy. I don't mind playing one of the military schools. Let's do Army. A home. We can do an away game here for week 11. Air Force, Navy, Temple. We could do Temple. Tulane. Tulane could be my Conference USA school. Let's go to Tulane. That way we can play in the big Superdome or whatever it's called down there in New Orleans. I got Wofford set up. At Clemson. USC, that's not happening, but we do need to schedule a ranked team somewhere. I need to schedule a North Carolina school, don't I? Let's see what my options are here. Temple, let's go. See, there's South Carolina. I don't really want to schedule both. I mean, I could. They may be my SEC school. I may do that. We can go ahead and do that. We'll do... they're two right beside each other. We don't need to do that. Sanford, Richmond. These are all AA schools. Notre Dame back into the FCS. North Carolina. Let's go at North. Dang it, I forgot about that. That's okay. We can do two SEC schools. That's fine. No, what we can do, let's do Norfolk State. I'll switch that here in a minute. Let's change this one to Boston College would be good. But let's go Boston College. It's been a long time since I've been at their stadium. So that'd be good. They're ranked. That's our ACC school. Now we can pick... let's go here. Maryland. So there's Memphis. Louisville. Let's see. Rutgers is Big East. Did we just schedule Syracuse on the back end? No, we didn't. We need a Big East team. So we could probably do Rutgers. Rutgers is pretty good enough, so I don't know if they would ever want to come here. Let's go back here. Let's just do North Carolina. Home and home. Okay, we'll do a home game here. Ooh, I need to schedule a home game here, don't I? For recruiting purposes, I need to do a home game. I got a home game here. Let's have North Carolina come to us. No, let's do it away. Let's do that. We'll do a home game here against a bad team. We got to make this schedule somewhat doable. Let's do Temple. Temple home. At Washington, I've already got the Arizona. I got my Pac-10. What am I missing? I'm missing like maybe a Big Ten school. Let's do Indiana. Is Indiana a possibility? Again, you got to keep it realistic. I got to try to win some games if I can. Kansas State, we don't have a Big 12 school. Iowa State's another option. ECU's a good option. They're at home. We could do a home game with them. And we could do another road game here. Let's go to a Big Ten school. Oh, I want to go to Nebraska. Let's go at Nebraska. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6 and 6. We got 12 games, so 6 home, 6 away. And let me just count that one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's a doable schedule. I mean, we got one ranked team pretty early, and we got, pretty scattered across the. We got 3 ACC schools. Yeah. I may do an. I didn't think about it. That's a lot of ACC schools. Who cares? We may be in the ACC anyway. It doesn't matter. Okay. That's sort of what Notre Dame does anyways. Half their schedule is ACC schools. So we'll play against 3 of them. I'm trying to think of all the ACC schools that, or all the Carolina schools that are not in the ACC, and every one of them are in the ACC. So we'll just leave it at that. Okay, we're going to keep the schedule. Let's go to redshirt players. We're not going to redshirt many. There's really no point. I'm not going to redshirt a guy 44 overall. I'm just quickly looking here to see if there's anybody that's truly worth redshirting. This guy, 56. 60. No, I'm not going to bother. So none of these guys are worth redshirting. I'd rather them, like I said in my blog post, I'd rather just flush them out of the system and bring in new guys. So I'm not going to redshirt any of them. So let's go to rosters. Let's go to depth chart. Okay, one thing we need to look at, we'll look at here in a minute. Quarterback, who's the backup in case Martin? Ingle Martin is his name. Get used to it. Hopefully he stays healthy, and he'll do some damage for us. Both of them are terrible. Neither one, we'll put Gray, I guess. That's fine. Doesn't matter here. They're both going to run the ball. 6'1", 215. He's not as strong, and he can't run block well. We'll put Bays. He could be my fullback, because I don't have a fullback, as you could tell. 59, I guess it's actually no different. But both of these guys are terrible. 56, so it doesn't really matter there. I'll do the double halfback sub packages for a lot of these. I need some size here, and I don't have much to work with. So let's look. 6'1", 187, 6, 5'8", 6'1". I'm okay with that. These guys, I want some speed in the slot, so we can leave him there. So I'm okay with that. We need some size here in the worst way. 6'2", because we need tight ends that can block. He looks like he's about the biggest. He's the strongest, so we'll just leave it at that. Who should be my backup be? They look like the same. Look at run blocking. They're the exact same guy. 6'2", 229, 6'3", 230. There's really no difference between the two. An inch. Not worried about it. Okay, here's what we need to look at for offensive line. I need my best 5 out here. And let's just look here. We got 2 44s, 56, 52, and some 44s, and 52. So it looks like I got no choice here. I thought I was going to be able to move somebody over. But it looks like we're not going to be able to. So what we need here is size. 6'3", 262, 6'2", 267. Not much we can do there. Dyson has to be our starting left guard. Stewart has to be our starting center. Right guard. Covington has to be our right guard. Right tackle. 6'3", 274, 6'6", 272. Both of them have the same strength. Run block, it's the same. We'll just play newbie. He's a little bit bigger, but not much. It's just a very small line, so that's a priority, obviously. This guy's a little bit heavier. His strength isn't as good. I probably need to play Flipovich, which is a great name. Let's go to run blocking. He's a better run blocker, so we'll do Adi Plivovic at the starting left tackle. And that's our tackles, or offensive line. All right, the 44. Let's look at defensive ends. Not a lot of options here. Which is the better? Both of them are the exact same. I mean, exactly. 6'4", 259. I need some... Yeah, let's get the bigger guy. At least he could probably handle, a run defense a little bit. Defensive end, that's pretty obvious. We got to start there. Defensive tackle. We need size in the worst way. Obviously, it looks like Porter needs to start. He's got better strength. Glover has better strength. What about break? Where's it at? It's not on here. There's no shed blocking rating on here, is there? I guess there isn't. We'll just leave him at that for now. That's fine. Okay. Our best linebackers are our two right outside linebackers. So I need to have Slagle as my other outside linebacker. Middle linebacker, it's going to get bad. I don't know what to do here. But we need, let's put Freeman here. And we got that set up. So our best, it doesn't really matter which one. Both of these guys are going to play a ton. So Slagle, Freeman, Jones, and Shelton. I just have no speed up the middle. I just don't have it. I mean, I could put a corner there to probably play a little bit better than this guy right here. But again, we're going to stick with the 4-4 all the way through. Corners, thankfully, don't need a whole lot of corners in this defense. Let's put this other corner, the 48 guy. Where's he at? 40 and 40. We need speed and size. It's obvious we got to play Johnson. 5'9", they're about the same. One's a little bit faster. His awareness is a whole lot better. So we got to play Duncan. I may try that other free safety. We got two free safeties that are terrible. 72 speed. Who do you start? 6, 5'9". They both got the same everything. Like, just everything. It doesn't really matter who you play, basically. But we need speed in the worst way at free safety. Strong safety. We got to have Thacker is better than these two guys, so I'm going to use the strong safety sub package in our 4-4. So he's going to be our starting safety, pretty much. I wish I could start him right there over free safety, but they won't, but it's not a big deal. Kicker, we actually got a halfway decent kicker, and he's just a sophomore, so we're going to use that. And speaking of, there's a couple other things I may talk about. I may either do in this video or the next video about what we're going to do on special teams. Punter, we're going to do here. We're going to have him start both ways. Let's go. Who's our speedy guys here? I'm going to have... Gibson's going to get the ball a ton. I'm not going to abuse him to death. Otherwise, he'll probably get hurt. I don't mind putting Thacker back there and our backup. Halfback. So we'll just do Thacker, Carter, then we'll do Gibson just in case. So Thacker, Carter, Gibson. Thacker, Carter, Gibson. Kickoff. Obviously, we're going to go with Bickler. We'll put the other punter here. Center, we're going to do there. We need our best one out there. Quarterback. Okay. Let's go to our... Let's go to our captains. Quarterback's a team captain, and I'm guessing Felton's a captain. No, he's not. He's probably this guy right here, which is fine. I'm okay with. Doesn't really matter. Program standards. Let's look at this real quick. Okay, the team interest, oddly enough, it looks like Notre Dame's been cheating a little bit. I take that back. I'm sorry. Anyway, it's not as bad as it would be if it was Temple's bar, thankfully. There's nothing else to look at here. Let's go to Athlon Sports. Preseason polls. We are dead last, as expected. Heisman watch. I mean, we're not going to get on this anytime soon. Preseason All-Americans. We're not going to be on there anyway. Look, we can try the independent route. I'm guaranteed. Oh, they got one body on. They got Sprague of all people on there. A wide receiver who's not going to do a whole lot. A middle linebacker, a corner. I don't know if they just. I don't know the reason behind some of that, but whatever. That doesn't really matter. Conference outlook. It doesn't matter. We're not in a conference. Okay, let's go to playbooks. Probably a good idea to talk about this now. Okay, this is the I option playbook. We got 3 aces, 5 I formations, and gun spread. All of these directly come from Tom Osborne's playbook. So that's what I stuck with. I think in the I option book, I did not add I formation or IY trips. IY trips has some nice, unique stuff in here. Biggest thing is speed option. This offense, you're going to see a lot of different run plays. You're going to see dive, ISO, slam, fullback dive, power option, and then speed option. Speed option is in a lot of these formations, and we're going to use that to our advantage if we can. Again, speed option is different than power option. It's really quick, but we're doing a lot of under center. And then we got gun spread because that's what Tom Osborne uses, so that's what we're going to use. Have just one gun set. Thankfully, our deep stuff, we're going to do a lot of just go post combos for deep balls. We're going to do play action, like rollout type stuff, PA boot. And that's kind of it, really. And then you got your option plays. You know, your power, you're going to do triple, but we don't run it like normal triple. We always fake it to the fullback. That's what they done in Nebraska. But we're still going to give it to our fullbacks once we get them. So anybody who has read my I option book kind of knows what to expect, but it should be a whole lot of fun. This rebuild is going to be a whole lot more rewarding because it's so offensive line heavy. Okay, I haven't set up audibles yet. I'll do that by the time the next video comes around. In-season recruiting. Okay, recruiting for this offense is very simple. You need a running quarterback. You need running backs who can do, who's just run the ball well, who's strong, but who's fast. Fullbacks, you need running fullbacks, but I would prefer to get actual fullbacks because I think they block a little bit better than a converted halfback, but we'll just see how it goes. We'll always play the best 2 running backs we'll have on the team at the time. Receivers, I need big behemoths who can block for us and who can get downfield and catch deep balls. Tight ends, I need pretty much an extra lineman. Then offensive lineman, I need the biggest guys I can find. Height and weight does matter in this game. And then defense, we got the typical front 4 stuff. That will never change. I need speed at the ends. And big guys at defensive tackle. And middle linebackers and outside linebackers are going to be the biggest thing for me. I need them flying all over the field. They're going to do everything for me. Quarters, heavy blitz, and you name it. I need corners and free safeties who are very fast and very tall. It's very simple. Okay, with that being said, in my previous, or in that blog post I've been keep talking about, I'm a big believer in having an offense that can control clock and that can get you over the hump in a couple of games when the defense, it'll take time for it to catch up with you. So we're going to go a little more offensive heavy than usual. And let's go. I wish you could show the map. Let's go. This should work. They got Alabama as a pipeline state. I'm just curious to see who they have as pipelines. Florida makes sense. Georgia makes sense. I'm going to recruit both. We'll keep going to see. North Carolina should be one. It is. I'm going to recruit North Carolina really hard. I'm going to recruit Florida the least amount of the bunch. I want to get as local as I can. South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, and I want to recruit Tennessee. Tennessee's real close to where we're at, so there's South Carolina. We'll hit that here in a minute. And Tennessee. So those are the big 3. Big 4, technically, including my pipeline. Okay? So let's go to South Carolina. Let's go across the board here, see what they got. We're not going to go after a 4-star. It makes no sense. 4-star. Here's a 3-star, 6'4", 315. Well, let's make this real simple. Let's make it a little bit easier on ourselves. Let's go quarterback. I think it's a little bit quicker if we go this route. Instead of going back and forth from all these, we could just go by position. Let's go down to the 3 stars. Now, there's a very good chance athletes will eventually become quarterbacks for me down the line. But for now, let's find pipeline guys. Like here's A.J. Wallace out of Alabama, 6'2", 211. 3-star, I may go after him, but let's just keep looking. 4-star out of Ohio. I need some speed here. California. North Carolina, Jason Lewis. This guy's perfect. 4.46. We'll definitely recruit him. New Jersey. And we'll leave that for now. We'll just go after one. Halfback, of course, as you can tell, we need everything here. Let's go to the 3 stars. The only 4 stars I may go after, I may leave one spot for a 4-star in South Carolina. Otherwise, I'm not going to bother. Okay, our halfback's got to do a little bit of everything. So I'm going to go after at least one guy here that's got size and strength and some speed. The best combo. We saw one guy that's a little bit small, Florida. Let's just keep looking. Georgia kid, 4'46", 605 on the squad. I kind of like that. I like his size. Shelton Avery. We'll go with him. Let's keep looking. Florida. Georgia kid, 4'39", but he's not as big. Because my halfbacks will be running ISO, slam, and get to the outside as well. But I like his speed. You can't teach speed, so we may go after this kid. Let's go after 2 of them. Fullback, let's go to the 3 stars. None of them, I don't see any of them that are a pipeline. No big deal. Wide receiver, we need to pick up at least 1 or 2 just to have depth. I need to find the biggest guys I can get here. Let's go to the 3 stars. Strength and size. I'm looking at the squats real quick. Arizona, Michigan, New Hampshire. That guy would be excellent to have. But he's way far out of my reach. 2A, this guy's really small. He's 6'2", but he's weak as water. Georgia, he's just too weak. 215, too weak. And if I can't find what I'm looking for, I'm not going to recruit him. Simple enough. The Florida kid, he's 6'5", 200. That'll probably do it right there. At least he's tall. He's not very strong. You got to at least be really tall or really strong. So I may just put a pipeline on or a scholarship on him. 6'2", 195. It's 385. I'd also rather stick with the 6'5" guy. At least he can do jump balls for us. Okay. Tight end. Let's go after one tight end. Find the biggest, strongest dude we can find. Let's look at some of these benches and squats. Let's go to 3 stars. 325, 470. 380, 470. 6'7", 265. Let's put one on him just in case. That's a beast of a guy for a tight end. Okay, that'll be the one guy we'll go after for tight end. Now let's go after lineman. I still got 7 scholarships. I want to do kind of like one for each position. I think that makes a lot of sense. Let's go to the 3 stars. And then for my 4-star, I'm going to go after a skill position guy that's like otherworldly. Okay, this guy, let's keep going. Georgia, too small. Not very strong. 490, 670, 328. Let's just keep going. Let me go all the way down here. Not seeing 655. Let's keep going. 480, 655. 486. This guy's probably a good one. He's a Florida kid. 465, 6'4", 315. He's low. Let's go after this one. I'm happy with him. Alabama, he's way too little. This guy's really strong. Let's go after him. North Carolina. Let's go after 2 of those. Guard, again, we need the same thing. Let's just go all the way to the 3 stars. 515, 655. So that's kind of a barometer of what we'll look here. 500, 665. 6'5", 335. Yeah, that may be one we need to go after. Let's keep going, though. Tennessee, he's not heavy, not strong enough. 430, 640. 455, 640. This kid right here, 347. That's huge. He's not very tall, but that's not a big deal. He's got the weight, and he's just really strong. Let's go back. I thought we had one guy. Alabama, 500, 665. Him. Let's go after him. I'm okay with that. It's still a pipeline, so we're going to take a chance on it. Center. No, I'm going to back off. Let's go after one center. I'm going to take it off this. I don't want Alabama to be a pipeline. Let's go after center. Then the last 3 spots, we'll go to some defensive players. And then I may adjust one up to a 4-star. I don't know. I don't think I need to. We need a behemoth here. 486.55. Not really seeing anything. 465, 640. Nah, I'm not going to bother. 486.55. This is 4-star. Not going to do it. Okay, we're not going to bother with that one. Now we need to look at middle linebackers are going to be huge for us because we're going to play both defensive end and middle linebacker. So let's go to the middle linebackers. Let's go find 2 that fit what we need. We need just big guys. Let's go down to the 3 stars. There we go. Who could eventually become defensive ends if needed. Alabama. Let's see. Here's a South Carolina. 6'1", 229. 6'2", 230. 6'2", 230. I like his height. 6'5", 229. Georgia. I need strong guys here. 405, 640 is pretty good, and I like his height. He'd be a pretty good defensive end down the road. I'm going to leave it at that for now. Let's just do 1 for now. Now we probably need to do 1 more. 380. See, that's no. 6'1", 229. Alabama. I'm not happy with the other one, so let's just go to a corner. Let's go find a really tall corner that's in our pipeline of some sort. I saw one. Let's keep. Okay. 6 feet tall. 6 feet tall. 5'11". 6. $5'11". Not seeing much height. Not really seeing it. And I need some height here. So even in our pipelines, couldn't find anybody that was height. That was really tall. I actually need speed here more than anything else. So I may be doing myself a disservice. So let's go back. Let's just look at some speed. 4.39, not fast enough. 4.35, it's a little bit better. This is corner. I'm an idiot. I was looking at free safeties. We need height here. I'm sorry. And all I saw was a bunch of 6-footers. I may have no choice. I'm going to go between one of these 2 guys. This guy's 1 inch taller. This guy's a little bit faster. I can't do it. I need height here. So I don't like what I see, so I'm not going to bother. We'll wait till the offseason. I need some speed here in the worst way, so let's just go down here. 4.52, no thanks. I'm not liking what I'm seeing here. 4.41. And I don't see the speed that I need. I was going to go after one of these two guys, but neither one is in my pipeline states, so I'm not going to bother. I may be able to find a strong safety I can move over. But a lot of these are really slow. Not even close. Okay. So let's go back to the middle linebackers, because I just went after one. Let's go back after one of these other ones. 4.52. He's not... He looks like a true middle linebacker for me. 6'2", 210. I'm sorry if this bores anybody, but you got to make the right decisions here. 6'4", 240. Let's take a chance on this guy. So I got one more spot left. I want to do one for a 4-star and one for somebody else. I got the two middle linebackers. Outside linebacker, we can look here. We're losing one, so we need another replacement. So let's go find one here. I need speed, speed, speed. 4.48, nope. 4.42. Not one of these is in my pipeline. This guy is by 4.65. And he's not even big enough to play defensive end. That's just too slow for me. 4.56, and he's a 4-star. Can't do it. Okay, did I go after a defensive tackle? I need some help at defensive tackle. Let's go to 3 stars, and let's just find the biggest dude we can find. 6 feet 290, that may be the best we can do. 6'3", 265, that's way too light. 6'2", 316. I have to take a chance on this kid. That's rare to find somebody that big. And he's got the size, too, or the strength. Unless there's another one here. No. 535. Yeah, we got to go after this guy right here. So we're going to go after one more spot. So let's go back. Let's take a chance on a South Carolina kid. Let's go after a 4-star. We got several options here. We got a middle linebacker, defensive end, wide receiver, left tackle, free safety. We probably need to go after this guy right here. He's a top 50. He's not going to work, but let's take a chance. Let's just go do that. Okay. Let's go ahead and simulate the first week, and then we will do our recruiting. I'm kind of going all over the place, country-wise, and traveling on the road and whatnot. Let's go to recruiting. Now, in the blog post, the past few seasons, it's really worked well that I've distributed points across all of them and kind of see what happens afterwards. But the only way that works well is if you're winning ball games. If you're not winning ball games, and I don't expect to win many this year, I really need to go all in on a handful of guys. That gives me at least somewhat of a chance. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go back to my old system. Because if I could just get one or two of these guys in the regular season to commit, that would be excellent. See if we look at if anybody likes a pitch. It's probably not going to happen. And it's not. Let's go after this kid. Looks like he's got us up a little bit high. The rest of these, not so much. We're not actually too far down for this guy, so let's do 20 on him. We're going to go after 5 guys. We're kind of high for this tackle. Again, very important we get lineman. Middle linebacker, kid out of Georgia. I definitely want Georgia as a pipeline. Quarterback, let's go after him. And that's it. The rest of these, here's a tight end, but we can get by with not having him, to be honest. I mean, I would love to go after him, but tight end is not the most important thing with their offense. We just need somebody who could just sit there and block a little bit. Tight ends are very important. You need them to block the edge. But I feel like I have more needs at middle linebacker / defensive end. I need quarterbacks, more important. A tackle's more important than a tight end. This free safety, if we by some miracle could get this guy, would be a linchpin for our defense. And another tackle. He is more important than our other tight end. Because they got to play all the time. But you can always just not play a tight end if you need to. Okay, I'm trying to think if I'm forgetting anything. I don't think it is. Hopefully you're excited as I am. I option football with a team that I'm really looking forward to running with. I love their uniforms. I'm really excited about running the 4-4. And I'm really excited about if I could somehow win a couple of games here and just get to the first couple of seasons and really see both offense and defense shine here in a few years. I'm happy to be an independent. That gives me options to stay here as long as I want or get lucky enough to get invited to the SEC or ACC many years down the road. So come on back. We'll take on Ohio in our first game of our Dynasty, and we'll see what happens. All righty. I'll talk to you later.